All right, we're shifting focus now. France's government is facing a fresh wave of pushback over the proposed budget for 2025. Prime Minister Michel Barnier is seeking approval from both houses, but instead faces the threat of a no-confidence vote.
If the budget stays as it is, then we would vote today. We've always said that. Once again, we are not taking anyone by surprise. We've said the same thing for 3 months. We laid out what were our non-negotiable elements, and we're really loyal to our political approach. We are defending the French people. We will not give up defending the French people.
Les Français ne renonceront pas à défendre les Français.
Far-right leader Marine Le Pen had earlier met with Barnier to discuss her party's demands for budget concessions. The National Rally supports Barnier's coalition government, but it now faces the risk of collapse after opposition threatens a no-confidence vote with support from Le Pen's party. Now correspondent Ross Cullen is joining us from Paris to get us the latest. Ross, what is it that you're hearing on this front?
So this is a real problem for Michel Barnier, the Prime Minister here. He has said that he wants to get the budget through as fast as possible. There is a deadline on that. It needs to be completed before the end of the year. It's the budget for 2025, so it has to be passed by both Houses of Parliament in 2024. Time is running out there, but also he is being squeezed from both sides because if he forces the budget bill through Parliament using this parliamentary instrument known as 49.3. That means you can get legislation through Parliament, you bypass MPs, they don't get a vote, but in return they get the chance to bring a motion of no confidence. He could, if he doesn't have the numbers, remember France has a minority government, doesn't have a majority, if opposition parties don't vote with the government, then he will be forced to use this parliamentary instrument. He will force the legislation through, and then, in response, the left-wing opposition say that they will bring a no-confidence vote. They don't have the numbers, but they would have the numbers to bring down the government if Marine Le Pen's far-right party side with the left-wing opposition in a marriage of convenience, the far left and the far right coming together. They could bring down the French Prime Minister. He would then have to resign. France wouldn't have a budget. We'd be nearing the end of the year and there would be more chaos in Parliament. You might remember it took weeks over the summer after an inconclusive general election here in July. Finally, the French president appointed Michel Barnier as Prime Minister, but ever since he was appointed in the early autumn, he has been forced, because he doesn't have the numbers in Parliament, to play this game of trying to encourage the opposition to vote for his policies. So far, they do not seem willing to do so.
Yeah, the tough days just don't seem to end for Paris. Thank you so much for joining us, Ross, and getting us your updates. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.